Alright, welcome to the troubleshooting stream where we figure out how to play Age of Mythology.
Welcome back, everybody!
It looks like it worked though. So,
Okay, we got it working.
Yeah.
10 out of 10, best stream ever. What are we gonna be playing?
Age of Mythology.
Yes, what faction you going for?
I don't know. I guess I could show off, like, Poseidon stuff.
That is true. Show us something cool. The Ghost Lake. Ooh, spooky.
I think Ghost Lake was more relevant in Age of Empires.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Could do one of these. Let's see. I mean, I guess Acropolis is kind of interesting. I think I'm gonna go for an old-fashioned, like, water map with Norse.
Okay.
I gotta get the chat up. Not that I knew it was gonna be in the Rumble chat, but got that up.
Rumble might surprise you sometimes.
Most likely not.
Sometimes your friends pop in there.
No. Like, people watch on the Rumble, but people don't talk on it.
Yeah. I've seen, like, Heliana Risen pop in and talk.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll do a... Let's do one of these. I don't know how many I can actually, like, handle, because I haven't played in a little bit.
Well,
So I'll just-
let's fucking go.
Start out with, Oh, did... That was exciting. Brave just crashed.
Oh.
Okay. Alright, yeah. I'll do the Poseidon. I don't know if people would want to watch me play through the campaign, but I could do that too. Oh. Looks like my settings got, like, synchronized from messing around on your computer. It was a very weird thing to do.
Huh.
Synchronize people's graphic settings between computers sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah, that is very strange. I would just assume that it always, like, resets the default.
That's quite the lucky scry. Actually, no, it's not, because the map is revealed, but... On the higher difficulties, that power lets you reveal where your opponent is. Or not reveal where your opponent is, but it reveals a section of the map. And on the higher difficulties, set never misses. They always find your town center with the first click.
Nice.
No, it's not nice.
Nice.
Because that's not... No, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not playing as the enemy. But they're the enemy. That...
Nice.
Okay. Can I just not be devoured by wolves if I go over here? You know what?
I was about to say this music is jamming, but the music is changed, so.
I always just play with the map revealed now. Oh, what's happening? Oh, because they're getting lured in. Yeah. It's like basically cheating to play with the map revealed, but it's okay. Please don't die. Okay, good. So this god power lures in creatures, as you could probably guess from the picture. But it has a specific food limit it's luring in. Interesting. Specifically 1,000 food. It's not like a number of animals, it's just like... I guess that's more balanced, but it's weird. So there's different gather rates depending on the type of food that you're getting. And the fastest is hunting. So...
Okay. I guess that does make sense.
Yeah, well... I mean, it makes sense for balance reasons. It's faster than, like... herdables, like cows. Like you just get more food out of a hunted animal, which doesn't really make sense, but you know.
Gotcha. I was thinking comparative to like growing food.
Right. I think farming... I guess farming is the slowest. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't have it listed, but there's also berry bushes are like very slow. I don't think they're as slow though. You may have technology, but we have numbers. Cope. Massive cope.
Coca-Cola.
So I have a mod that lets me recast god powers after like a cooldown. Which is like also sort of cheating because the AI doesn't understand it. So they don't use it. But it's okay. Now I guess I need shit tons of wood. Start getting these like should start getting these economy upgrades to speed things up. So also get this probably. But not yet.
Hey, Gabe the Gen, welcome to chat.
Hey, welcome.
We are back home from the convention. It was an interesting one.
Yeah.
A smaller one than the last couple that we did, but kind of cozy. We sold stuff, so that's all that matters at the end of the day. In a lot of cases, we actually sell more at the smaller fairs, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if it's that we sell more at the smaller fairs, if we just don't convert very well with a larger crowd.
I'm not sure.
Like, theoretically, a larger crowd should mean more profit, but it
Well,
doesn't.
in theory, at least there's more potential for profit. But yeah, there were a lot of interesting tables set up at that convention. I would have liked to see more like indie people. There were only like, besides us, 3 other people that were kind of doing their own thing. But a lot of people were selling like older toys,
Yeah, I mean, I guess it.
and they were cool. They were definitely cool. A lot of nostalgia and stuff.
Alright. I'm gonna start abusing this mod. And that wolf is fucking annoying. Hey, Power's here.
What's up?
I need people to go mine gold, actually. Oh god, I have so much wood. In fact, too many wood gatherers. Go get gold. Someone's gonna kill that wolf. My god. Just keeps on howling.
Yeah. When it comes to conventions like these, I'm so much more inclined to buy stuff when I know that like the person at the table like made it or something.
Yeah, which I guess is the problem with having a variety of things, because people assume you did not make it.
Maybe.
Because I was talking about how it just sells so much worse when you have a variety to
Right.
someone else who does like fairs and stuff, and they were like, "Oh yeah, well if I saw that, I would assume that it's like a flea market kind of deal." And I was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" It's like, "Oh, like they didn't make it; they're just reselling it." It's like, "Oh,
Right. And there
Because-
were a lot of people at that particular convention that were just reselling stuff. It was rare for someone to actually be selling the stuff that they made.
So they claimed a while ago that I would see their banners in my lands, but they have not attacked.
All talk, no action.
So maybe they got lost.
Yes, maybe they got lost. They're just walking straight into the ocean.
While they're looking for Poseidon. Checks out. Unemployed bum over here. know what? I got a job for you. Go make a stable. And that. Actually, you do the job I told you to do. Get to work, bitch. I think the mass production of villagers may not be sustainable. It's a high probability. So how are you guys doing?
Yeah, hopefully everyone's doing great in chat. How'd you guys spend your weekend? Let's see. Pyrus here says, okay, last time I thought it was in Mimir versus Odin, because that's what it said in the UI, but I was wrong. Now it says Mimir and Poseidon, so I don't know what the hell
Right,
is the meaning of that.
I know. I don't know if I explained it last time. My name is Mimir. That's me. And then I'm playing as Poseidon. So like I'm selecting Mimir playing as Poseidon, and then if I select this, it's Korosko playing as Set. And I think last time was like Alexandria or something, which is like a city in Egypt.
Right. It does make it look like it's a versus thing, though.
No.
Yeah, I get it. Gabe says, doing alright, spent the weekend replaying Metal Gear Solid 5 and hung out at certain streams. Nice. We gotta get into streaming Metal Gear Solid at some point.
Do you want to play Metal Gear Solid?
I have Revengeance.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that you'll enjoy that. I don't think you'll enjoy Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Trisha's not known for being a huge fan of stealth games.
Well, maybe I'd be a bigger fan of stealth games if I could crawl into a box and just shift around in the box. Who knows?
This is true. All right. Now, do I pick booba or alcohol?
Booba is tempting.
Vote in chat. I have no preference. Hydra is slightly more tempting because I modded the game to make it regenerate like a normal Hydra.
Oh, well, then why don't you do that? That's
because it's
fun, right?
too strong.
It's too strong. So you want the challenge?
Well, it's not like too strong, but it's like it's strong enough that it's like, you know. Also, her improvements are super fucking busted. 20% faster movement rate on villagers just means you get all your resources 20% faster, basically. Well, some stuff you're just like, they're touching the granary and they just turn around and drop it off, like gold mining. But wood, they have to walk back and forth from the tree line as it like recedes as they cut down more trees.
Pyrus here says, boobs, we are simple. Gabe is saying, do you really need to ask me what to go for?
Alright. Fair enough. Oh, wait, no, that's alcohol. Boobs, we are. Yeah, I think without any, like, modding, I think Aphrodite is just the better choice. Man. Age of Mythology music. Fucking so good. What is Kataskopos? Kataskopos? What's a Kataskopos? Cavalry and Kataskopos. Are you a Kataskopos? You are a you useless piece of shit. No wonder I don't know your name. garbage in it. Give me this cow. So he said he was going to attack me, and he didn't. I don't know if that bodes well for the AI's health. Okay, why don't you build this and go mine me some gold? But you're very eager. Why are you so fast? Is she faster than everyone? Is it an optical illusion?
Like, start further away?
I don't know. You build this, and you. Well, you can evade your destiny. Build me a market as far away as possible. What is this?
Seer says, I'm playing Vampire Survivors. Still no vampires in this game.
There totally are. I saw someone playing that.
It's pretty funny, though. I guess you're surviving pretty well.
You have to unlock characters, so I guess he just hasn't unlocked the... But I saw some vampires. Someone was playing it. Also, aren't you supposed to be surviving the vampires? Not, like, being the vampires?
I guess it could go either way. You could be the vampires surviving, or you could be surviving from the vampires.
6 and 7. Okay. It's more like... my economy is doing way too good. I feel like I've just become so complacent. Let's like make some cavalry in case they just decide to beat the shit out of me. Do the fucking building, bitch. Alright, I'm gonna want that. Let's go beat up whoever's hunting this stuff. Because I'm assuming someone is.
Did another read-through that will be uploaded tomorrow on the Dan Fan channel, by the way, guys. We're spicing it up. I didn't do a DC read-through. I did a Marvel read-through. A comic that a friend recommended. Avengers Academy.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we do have contact with the enemy over here. And your pigs! Haha. Just abuse this mod for now.
Yeah. Pirates are saying there are no vampires in the game. For real, it became a joke in the community.
Really? I thought I saw someone playing as a... Or one of their character options was a vampire.
Maybe that's the only way you can get vampires in the game. Play as one. Hey Marshall, welcome to the chat. Says someone posted a cam rip of the new Deadpool and it was so bad I couldn't make it through the opening scene.
You know, everybody at this like con we went to is like just a filthy consumer, and they were like, it's so good.
Well, I've heard other people say that it was really good, but...
And I don't know, I was like, I can't even imagine them ever making a good movie again, and people were like, well, I don't know, what do you mean?
That mindset too, where I'm like, yeah. Even if they do, like, make one good movie, I don't know if it can make up for all the bad movies that left.
It's also, like, it is worth noting, they hate me and want me to die, and I don't want to give them my money. Like, I think that's reason enough to just not, but maybe that's just silly old me and my dignity.
I assume that because it's more of a laid-back comedy, maybe it wasn't as bad as the other movies that are supposed to be serious but turn into comedies anyway because the writers can't write or whatever.
one of these. The rhetoric is like so aggressively bad. I just don't understand like how. I mean, I guess if you just insulate yourself from it, you just don't care or whatever. But it's like someone's comment on like the Shadiversity guy like having children and saying it's important to have kids. Said like white people having children smacks of extinction phobia, and it's like, is it actually bigoted to not want to go extinct? Like what?
Yeah, that is a very silly thing.
That's like, I mean, I don't know. Like silly is like very generous. I would say like psychotic and demented, but who am I? Alright, chimeras or colossuses? Does anyone have a preference? Oh, I guess, no, I should do this one, sorry. I didn't mean to give you the false hope of a choice. Because I'm gonna show you guys how strong Poseidon's horses are.
Oh, sick.
And his horses get stronger with Hephaestus.
This is why I don't spend time with politically focused people. I feel you, Gabe. I feel you. Sometimes it gets to be a bit much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like to spend time on politics, but I do like to get my entertainment from people that think it's cool if I'm alive.
Yeah. Well, they brought the politics to us. We didn't bring it to them.
Yeah. Everyone turn into pigs. Actually, is this gonna fall? I can declare a ceasefire in what is possibly one of the more egregious like war crimes. Like no, I surrender for now, and then once I'm strong enough, I'll beat you. Okay. Here we go. We got the Plenty Vault. But yeah, like I don't know. I guess a lot of people, if they're just, I don't know. I guess I didn't care that much, and I was just like Gamergate is one thing where like you kind of, you want the entertainment just to be better. But I don't know. I just like going to college. I think people underestimate exactly how much indoctrination that is, because it's like you don't learn literally at all about the stuff you're supposed to be studying, and people, they think I'm being like facetious when I say that, and I'm actually not. I went to school to learn about writing, and I learned about writing by taking writing workshops, which is other students will read my work and then give me advice. But you can do those for free. You don't need to go to college for those.
Yeah, you just go to forums or start your own group, or
there are actual writing workshops organized by like companies that you don't have to pay for.
Sure. Yeah.
Everyone's a pig. Gotcha.
Marshall says, I read that as worship hepatitis thanks to my dyslexia. This would be a very different game.
Yes. I do have the option of getting pestilence as a god power, but that's from Ares for some reason. Not a god typically known for disease. What is your range? 18? That's...
Looks like it's just sneezing.
This guy. Oh, I'm in the Mythic Age. Okay. Let's make some heteroi. And actually, I'm gonna make another one of these so I can get like the rest of the upgrades without disturbing my production. man, we're going. Oh no.
Oh my. That's quite a bit of destruction.
Alright, time out, everyone. I'm gonna build another wall. And more soldiers. Oh my god, they're sending in woodcutters to go steal my wood. Ridiculous. Actually, I don't know what they're sending them in to do. They're carrying wood that they haven't dropped off for some reason. Okay, so they're now trapped in here. Once that ends in 1 second. Go over here, go over here. Build another wall. But yeah, anyway, at school you literally don't learn anything at all about like writing or like the stuff you would want to learn about, right? Assuming you're like a writing major, right? I think it's different for some schools. There were people in like science classes that were learning about science and were like they were like struggling to do stuff on tests and things like that. So, you know, I maybe somewhere in the school, but certainly not like history and certainly not like writing by any means had any amount of like actual education or things you're supposed to learn about. But you'd go to classes, and every single class the teacher would like reward you and other students would reward you socially if you pointed out different ways that like white people are bad. And that's like genuinely the only thing you did in school. And like I had a class on video games, and then we just talk about how like this video game's a problem, that video game's a problem, and then it would be like, well, there's nothing, like if there was nothing wrong with a game, you would go, oh, well, it's showing a white person succeeding at something, and that was considered bad. And so it's like,
Right,
you know.
right. It's really just teaching you how to create problems where none exist.
So like Halo's a problem because they're killing aliens, and aliens are like the other, and so they're supposed to be better than like, people or something.
Sure.
That's like a whole
Killing
thing, right?
aliens.
Oh my
What's
God.
next? Building the wall.
That little tornado has really gotten my goat. It seems they've taken my town center over here. Alright. What is this? Oh my god. Are they actually trying to send camel caravans to their town center over here? Alright, destroy this town center. This is so goofy. Can they can't get through now. But yeah, I mean that's essentially what happens in college. And then like you leave college and you know all this like rhetoric and stuff where people are like fucking crazy and they hate you, and then you have to like deal with people like outside college that just haven't had that education, and they're like, yeah, but how does this affect you personally? It's like well, they want me, it's like they think if I see like a happy, if I see images of people that look like me being happy, it will cause me to become too emboldened and happy and successful. And then it's like, why don't you watch the next Netflix show? It's like, because I'm not an idiot. Like, it was made by someone who doesn't like me and wants me to look at it so that I'll feel bad. And it's like, that sounds stupid. One bear versus 19 villagers. I like those odds. Oh, did all the villagers here die? Okay, well then, you guys, let's get to work. Build a new wall, I guess. Okay. We have to do something. You guys, let's all go do something.
Yeah, Marshall was asking, is anyone hearing a really loud humming noise? Probably a fan? I don't know.
Yeah, my computer's kind of chugging for some reason. I don't really know why.
Your computer usually never chugs. At least not the same way mine does.
No, yeah, it's been doing it recently, but I don't really know
why. It just
why.
needs like a dusting back there or something.
You could be right.
Too much heat building up.
Okay, let's have you guys put a Heteroi on repeat and do it faster. And where is my armory? Let's get that. Go pray. I actually need prayer juice. You too. I have plenty of cold. Alright. Ah, right. These guys. So, they're cavalry that are good at destroying buildings, which is more useful than it seems like they would be. This is not the best example. I'll get more. You need a slightly larger group to like really see how effective it gets. Okay. Plenty of gold, friends. Let's make a couple of these, and then you can go back to another plenty vault. So plenty vaults give you a constant trickle of all resources. If anyone was curious what that does. Guys, attack the siege weapons. No, attack the siege weapons. Stop them. How is he ramming the tower through the wall? Nonsense. Alright, attack them.
The Jen was saying you need to get around to watching the new episodes of Cobra Kai. We like binged that entire series at one point. Until there were no seasons left. I don't know like what the new seasons look like. But we kind of saw it going on the downswing, so I'm not sure. It just became so much more and more soap opera-y as it kept going. And some of the characters' motivations like would just make no sense.
Yeah, like the quality was kind of dropping, and then they were like, I don't know, they're getting very California, you know?
but I think the first season is probably the strongest.
Yeah, it gets worse progressively with each passing season. And it's like each season isn't that bad, but it's just like it's that classic TV show thing of like do a good job on the first season and then just like your consumers will just eat your slop and not care that it's getting worse and worse because they're like maybe it'll be tolerable next season. It's
Well,
like
because
yeah.
you get sold on the first season and you're like, finally, a good show to watch. And then you just think that it's like, you know, in the stars.
And you just take the abuse season after season and you're like, oh, well this season was bad too, but maybe next season.
I mean, like, I don't even think the seasons we watched were that bad.
No.
No, and it's just like very tiny things that I would have issues with.
I would say not that bad is the review of the Millennium. Like that's like everyone's like it's not that bad. It's like yeah.
No, well, because if we're saying that it's worse than the previous season, but it's not what I would call bad. It's just like going closer and closer towards mediocre, but I feel like eventually it will get bad. And that is why I'd rather dip out early before it gets to that point.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I mean, yeah. No, basically that.
Yeah, I would hear people say the same thing about The Mandalorian. They're like, the first season was great. I'm not going to watch any more of it because they'll ruin it.
Yeah, that was my stance. I was like, wow, this is pretty good. And then people were talking about the second season being like, oh, there's this problem, there's that problem. It's like, oh, okay, so it's gay as shit? Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense they would do that.
Marshall. Sensei, you can't say that anymore. Fine, China person.
Yeah, there was a couple like good jokes like that, but they I don't know. It just seemed like they were trying too much to appeal to like
they made his character very funny.
Yeah, I feel like they at some point they were just trying to appeal to like people that actually have 60 genders, and it was just like I don't know. I mean, yay, everyone's in on the joke or something, but I don't know.
It was moderate enough for me to not be annoyed.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
Oh, shit. Okay. You start producing... What do you produce? Donkeys?
Oh, I love to draw. And Yeshua, welcome to chat. Season 2 of Mando was good too. Season 3 was garbage. Okay. So they held out for one more season before everything turned to garbage.
Alright, stop attacking camels, you idiots. Break the houses. Break the houses.
And Yeshua says, I got the Ichabod keychain, Horizon Quest stickers, and the comic in the mail. They all look great. Glad to hear it.
Break more houses. 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 So this is why cavalry that can just run into your base and start breaking your houses is a problem. Because if they don't have houses, they can't build more units. Because they don't have population room. And they can outrun their anti-cavalry units and just run over and break something. Can also turn them into piggies. Ah, whoa. Haha. Any more gold? More. Alright, pray, I guess. I don't know. Kind of like Oh yeah, I could use wood to make centaurs? Sure. I can, like, supplement my... Oh wow, you guys won and just... Damn, okay. Okay, I guess destroy that town center then.
So you're saying just like it doesn't exist, Megamind 2, it was a great one-off. Yeah. No, I mean, like, I think it's fair for people to not recognize Megamind 2 as an actual sequel. Because it kinda isn't. I love to draw saying centaurs are made of wood? Are they witches? Burn them!
Alright. Destroy this. Can I just run in and destroy their town center? This is like the strength of Poseidon. You can kind of just like zip in and start breaking stuff, and they can't really do that much against you. So you're outrunning their whole army. I think like they do have cavalry they could be using to catch me, but they're not doing it. It's also just in general, even if they were doing like the right counter, it's just kind of hard to catch people. Just running in with cavalry to break stuff. Especially when you can just send in the next wave. If I can get that done. That's a decent amount of progress with like 9 guys. There's 6 guys, that was how much happened. If I had sent them all on it. Another 7, I can send them over for some sneaky second town center destruction. And then what do I have over here? I got 5 guys. I think we saw 6 guys if they're not getting attacked is like pretty strong. Send them over here. Destroy buildings. Don't be distracted. Here. Go break more stuff. Actually, yeah, break the town center. Just ignore them, break stuff. It takes longer to build stuff again than it takes to like reproduce more units. So destroying stuff is like okay, that's not gonna help anything. They're probably already
dead. Brain. Destroy.
Okay. Break house. Break houses. Break more houses. Break more houses. Break more houses. And you, stop attacking the fucking camels, dude. It's not doing anything. Forget about that guy. Break houses. More houses. They have tons of villagers. I doubt they're going to be able to support making more soldiers. What's funny is when the building is being constructed, it actually has a lot of like damage reduction to things that are supposed to destroy buildings, because it's not considered a building until it's built. So your bonuses to destroy buildings don't work. So like siege weapons have a hard time breaking like half-built buildings. This upgrade just increases my population limit like slightly. Like I'm almost at cap. And I have plenty of room to like use units to break stuff. So I can make another plenty vault. Normally you can just use one god power like once a game. But I don't know, it's more fun to use it multiple times. The remake that's coming out, they're gonna be doing that. So that's fun. Man, so I talked to a guy at the convention about like what about Age of Mythology, because he has like some channel related to it,
Right.
and I was like, oh, what pantheon do you want them to go for next? And he was like, he was I don't know, he's like he gave like the answer which I think is the most accurate, which is like some kind of Celtic thing. He was saying like a Gallic mythology thing. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That seems unlikely. Let's look at that hyper specific. They're probably just gonna go like Celtic rather than like specifically like Irish mythology or something.
Right.
Can 3 guys demolish a town center?
Yeshua was saying that Zoom ASMR hits hard.
Zoom. Here, just for you. By the way, the remake version, they like really fucked up
Did they fuck up the zone?
No, they fucked up the chat window. Like you just can't see in the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And Zero Delgado, welcome to chat, says Celtic would cover broadly the Gauls and the Britons and the Welsh.
Oh, I guess it would cover the Gaul. I didn't even think about that. That's so broad. I was just thinking like British Isles, general stuff. There you go. Just for you. Get ready for the most sensual ASMR session. How fast can I go? Okay. How fast can you cheat at Age of Mythology? This is... If I close my eyes, I can go a little faster. Ah, fuck. Okay. If I just go as fast as I can with my right hand... it messes up my left hand. Okay. Alright. We ready? Here we go. What? You can only have 3 per town center? What is this nonsense? Oh, it didn't play the sound. I clicked it too fast.
No.
Alright, all of you guys have to die. Oh, God, I messed it up again. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Alright. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Everyone get ready for your zum.
It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good.
I'd like to see Finnish or Slavic mythology myself. No chance in hell are they going for Finnish. That is such a small market. And I don't think they're going for Slavic either, because the biggest Slavic country, like, so the biggest Slavic market is going to be Russia. Russia's also kind of poor, even if it wasn't like even if like all Russia stuff was like evil, you know, whatever.
But what about people who are fans of the movie Anastasia?
What about them? You know, also like Arthurian myths are really interesting. Who wants a questing beast in the classical age? Fuck minotaurs and cyclopses. Give me a questing beast. If anyone wants to know Witcher is Slavic, yes. 100% Witcher is Slavic, yeah. So Poland, Ukraine. I want to say Hungary. Is that real? Is Hungary?
Is Hungary real?
No, I don't think it is. I think no. Poles are Slavs, so that's it's like all same shit.
The same general region.
If they're calling it Polish mythology, they just hate Russians and want to like distance themselves ethnically from like Russians, but like they're the same like phenotype or whatever. It's like what's a comparison?
Italians and Sicilians.
Oh yeah, that's like the same thing. Yeah, like, well, I mean, they are like, I guess they are like slightly different, but it's not that meaningful of like a difference. Maybe like Sardinians and Italians. I thought Hungary was Germanic. You could be correct. I don't know. Most stuff is Germanic, as it turns out. Cause, like,
well, it is like a big part of Europe.
Because like the English language is a Germanic language, so if that gives you any idea of how much stuff is actually German, yeah. Because like Anglo-Saxons, Saxons and Anglos are Germans. Like those are areas in Germany. Polish is the currently marketable Slavic. Kind of correct, but not really, right? Because Poland is like majority Christian and like super based, and they don't let in any immigrants. So like, you know, I think Hungary has its own thing going. Aren't they descended from the Huns partly? Yeah, they're a weird situation. I don't really like. Yeah,
I don't really have the stats listed out, but
I don't want to be like, yeah, I don't know.
Well, who do you think that they would go for in the remake? What we might get is going to be the most disappointing, which is going to be like Aztec mythology, which is just so boring. You don't like the Road to El Dorado aesthetics?
No, well, it's like I don't know. It's
not even as villains to fight.
I want to play as a faction. Like I want, like compared to like Celtic mythology. Like if I want a villain, I have like Loki or something, right? But it's like, but then also like, what are you even playing as like within their mythology? It's like, so we have the Quetzalcoatl, end of list. Like let's be real, end of list. I know there's like some other weird things, but it's like who fucking cares? And then even with like Celtic mythology, that's the biggest thing is the myth units. Like if we went with Slavic mythology, what's your Mythic Age myth unit? So like for me right now, my Mythic Age myth unit is a Colossus, a giant metal guy like the Colossus of Rhodes or whatever. Like one of the lost wonders of the world was this giant metal Colossus that was built in the city of Rhodes on this island outside in the bay. There was a big rock. And on the big rock, they built a giant statue that towered over the bay that, like, served as kind of like a lighthouse. It was like a massive construction. Made out of, I want to say, bronze or brass or something. And so it was torn down and stripped for parts at some point. But it was allegedly, at some point in time, like, a wonder of the world. Like, a really, like, fantastical... Oh, wow, am I actually not, like, destroying them? I guess that's what happens when you go like AFK for a little while.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna send in the demo horsies. Turkic mythology? Ugh. That's like, the guy I was talking to was like, I'd really love to see like Indian mythology. It's like, bro, like what?
I only know really like two things from India, like elephants and the blue person.
Yeah. That's Shiva. I don't know. That's such a...
I don't really have like a really firm grasp on too much mythology from India.
In like India's defense, I guess they have like their infantry would be like mythological because they have such like shitty weapons that didn't work, like the Urumi, which is like a whip sword. So like to be fair,
it's a cool concept.
Yeah, it fits in Age of Mythology because it doesn't fucking work. So like you could have that like mythological infantry, like instead of archers, maybe you have a roomie or something that have like whip range or something, or I don't know.
Oh hey David Myers, welcome to chat.
Welcome. And then he was like African mythology, and I'm like, oh bro, what are you trying to raise your ESG score? Get the fuck out of here. It's got to be like total garbo. It's like, and my question is like, what do I let them offer their surrender? No, kill them all. To be honest, like actually hunting all of them down is like massive pain in the ass. But if I don't offer my surrender, I can zum some more. And so the question is like, what myth units would you choose? And like for Slavic, it's right, like I said, the Nemean lion is a lion that Hercules is an impenetrable lion. In this game, it's penetrable, but I don't want to be that guy that has to execute his troops so that he can build more troops. But the lion had impenetrable skin, and so he had to wrestle it and choke it to death, right? And bonk it on the head with his club in order to defeat the lion. Cool. Centaurs. Everybody likes centaurs. Solid choice. Very solid choice. We got Greek classical age. The strongest recognizability is like centaurs, minotaurs, cyclopses. Norse mythology, you've got trolls, right? And that's a huge aspect of Norse mythology, and that's just one little creature that you pick. Oh, not for Odin. Thor. Yeah, you get troll, Valkyrie, so much recognizability with Valkyries. TBH, no one cares about battle boars. Huge mistake. Get the fuck out of this roster. Fuck you. Frost Giants, so much recognizability. Strong unit. Fenrir, Jormungandr, super strong choices. Fire Giants, incredibly strong. And then I'm like, okay, what myth units do you have for Africa? And he's like, blank. Like, I'm like, yeah, I mean, there's nothing, right? And he's like, oh, well, I did a list, and there's, I have like 30 and 50, and it's like, yeah, but they all suck. And then for Celtic mythology, all right, so for classical age, there's this guy who has one leg, one arm, and one eye, and he hops around, and it's like, wow. Versus like a Cyclops or a Valkyrie or even like Egyptian, like Egyptian's pretty weak, but they have Sphinx and a Nubite. That's, I've never heard of a Wadjet before this game, but Sphinxes I know, Anubites I know. That's recognizability. Yeah. That's brand.
I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah.
Yeah. Like Greek stuff is just so fucking strong. Most of they had to steal for Egyptian mythology. They had to steal from Greek to fill out their roster. The Leviathan most certainly is not Egyptian. That's like in the Bible. So
yes, correct.
I mean, that's kind of close. Scorpion Man, that was in that movie with the Scorpion Man.
King.
The Scorpion King, yeah. So that's close enough to mythology, I guess. Phoenix is Greek. War Turtle is also from an obscure Greek story. Rock, I believe that's also Greek. It's like a bird that transports you. Shows up in Dark Souls. Fun, I guess.
Sure.
A crocodile that shoots sunbeams. People complain about this, but I think that's the most Egyptian unit in the roster, even though it's not real. So,
It sounds real.
Yeah, it sounds real, yeah. I mean, they do have those crocodiles with that decoration on their head that's supposed to symbolize the sun. They're not supposed to shoot laser beams, but shut the fuck up. Give me laser beams.
Give me laser beams, yes, exactly.
Scarabs are supposed to, like, resurrect you, fly into you, and then, like, bore into your chest or something horrific.
Yeah. It was terrifying watching The Mummy.
Yeah, that sounds horrifying. But they made it a giant guy that, like, pinces buildings. Fine, fair. Okay, way better.
Enough.
And then Atlantean is just more Greek stuff. So they have so much. There's the Leviathan, or no, sorry, not Leviathan. Behemoth, Automaton. I think they just fucking made up. Caladria, I am not familiar with. Servant, not familiar with. Carnivore, not. That's just like, yeah, that's just they've made it sound vaguely Italian. Stymphalian Bird, I was familiar with before this game, but I did not recognize the name. But it throws its feathers, and its feathers are hard. Don't know what's going on with the Lampides. No goddamn clue. This is from Ghostbusters, the Tartarian Gate. No joke, it's a Ghostbusters reference. Argus, do not know if that actually comes from any myth. So there's big fall off even going for like Greek stuff, because Greek is basically Egyptian, Atlantean. Satyr, big brand there, super brand there. Promethean, kind of, maybe, sort of, not great. The Hika Gigantes, I think, is supposed to be the 100-handed one. That's a Titan. One of the Titans that I don't think made it into Hercules, like the Disney's Hercules. But yeah, we had 100 hands, and then there was the 100-legged one, which would kick you with 100 legs. Seems like the Rock is an Arab myth. Okay, well, that's not Egyptian either. But I don't know. If they did native North American, we could have Sasquatches. Ah, man. Super trash, though. Like.
He mentioned before, the obvious answer is Japan, I suppose. 9 billion different kinds of yokai to choose from.
Yeah,
I can definitely see them doing Japan.
Yeah, no joke. They should have gone with Japan, but they wanted that sweet China money. So when they did this shitty, god awful DLC, they did like China, and this is horrifically made. But also the myth units are trash. Other than we got the Shenlong. Fine, I guess. It looked horrible in the game, so it really distracts me. Jiangxi, I could swear this was like... What am I thinking of? This is Chinese, I guess. Is it? Or I thought this was Japanese, but he is dressed like a Chinaman, so I guess that's Chinese. I'm convinced, I suppose. That's close enough. The Monkey King... Garbanzo beans. Like, this is fucking terrible. Terracotta Soldier, most interesting unit, right? Like, the most interesting classical age unit you could go for with China. Terrible. I don't know why, like, the mechanics are just stupid. It refunds some of the costs. I mean, it's unique, I guess. Sure, you know what? It's unique. Here we go. It's fine. Range 7 is pretty far, actually, when it dies. This guy, I don't know if this is even in a Chinese myth, but it's certainly broken in the game. Like, it does way more damage than it's supposed to. It puts out a constantly dealing source of damage that stacks with other damage sources it sets up, so it just becomes infinite damage really quick.
Damn.
What would the Titan unit of Japan be? That's a good question. I don't know.
Let's see. Japan god that is specifically Japanese.
Like a really big thing that's Japanese. So for classical age for Japan, Oni for sure, right? But like, before we get into like viable options, can I just say like fucking African mythology would be like the worst DLC? I can't even imagine like there's no chance they have like really recognizable high quality like myth units. Even going into Celtic mythology, we're struggling super fucking hard to get a full roster, right? Like, we just think Celtic stuff, it's like, we gotta start taking from, like, just, like, vague medieval stuff. So mermaids are... Oh, my God. Okay, so everybody instantly dies when you win? What the fuck happened there? Oh, because I broke that. And then, I don't know who... What was all those death noises all of a sudden? I'm sorry, I couldn't zoom for you guys.
Oh, you know that girl who, like... returns to the moon or whatever.
Oh, so big sexy lady Titan.
I forget what she was.
She's
Kagura.
Yeah, Kagura. Yeah. Oh, look at all my zums in the. What are these sparkles? Oh, that's from the actual map behind it. What is that on the map? Oh, it's the wonder. Oh yeah.
Kaguya.
Kaguya. Oh yeah. Yeah, Kagura is from That's the wind
Yeah.
fan lady from
Right.
Inuyasha. Probably from a myth, too. Yeah, Celtic mythology, if we're going for one-armed, one-legged, one-eyed hopping man, we're really in the shitter for myth units. Like, that is far down the shitter. That is so bad.
Yeah.
Mermaids in actuality are also Greek, but they have, like, they're more popular with, like Irish, like, kind of mythology and, like, sort of European mythology. It's just general European mythology. Like, it's popular with, like, sailors and stuff, so I guess Celtic, if they have to, they can steal that. But, like, to fill out a roster of, like, Aztec mythology, they have some real shitters. Like, I was looking at someone playing that mod that someone made that's, like, Aztecs. And, man, you have some ugly, stupid-looking myth units that just look the same as everything else. Like, it just...
Well, it is a mod, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't think their source material is, like, strong enough. Like, compared to Greek mythology, like, think about a Dungeons and Dragons, like, manual. All of these things show up in the manual. Minotaur, Centaur, Hydra, Manticore, a Colossus. I mean, yeah, golems, right? Okay, so Colossuses maybe don't show up. Maybe they do, I don't know. Medusa. All of those are strong enough to make it all the way into, like, modern fantasy games. We have no fantasy games with the one-armed, one-eyed,
Yeah.
one-legged hopping man. It's just not good. Slavic mythology, if you think about, like, what's gone into, like, the Mythic Age, for sure, you take Zmei Gorenyich, this, like, three-headed dragon that regrows its heads if they're not all, like, cut off. So, like, you know, you can even understand, you can even think of mechanics for it. So, as it loses health, the heads fall off, and it's regenerating, right? And then you can run it away, and it does less damage as its heads fall off. Like, the Hydra does more damage the more units you kill. It grows more heads. So for that, you would just have... you would have the inverse, where, like, the more damage it takes, the more heads fall off, the less damage it does. And then you run it away to go heal, and then bring it back when it does more damage, rather than just pumping out constant streams of units. Theoretically, maybe you would do that, if you're trying to save resources. Then Norse mythology, obviously, is super strong. That's where elves and dwarves come from in modern mythology, so... I mean, calling it Norse mythology is not accurate. It's Germanic mythology, but... Sure, you know? Nidhogg, another very recognizable... Well, I mean, maybe not super recognizable for like mythology nerds. Kraken, I feel like big octopuses showed up in a couple different mythologies. I don't know where the term Kraken comes from. Probably Greek, though, if I had to guess. With Pogo Stickman, we're scratching the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, that's some real... Yeah, we're really in the shit. Monkey King's Journey to the West is actually a good read, but...
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I've never actually read it myself.
Yeah, I can imagine, but it's like... that if we're dropping Monkey King on Classical Age, we're fucked. Like, their myth unit over here, their Mythical Age myth unit is a white tiger. We're fucked. Like, with this roster's total a salamander, is that in Chinese mythology? I don't think so. I think it's an animal that they just made giant.
That sounds about right.
But we got fairies. The problem is, this is an RTS. You cannot see fairies from, like, high up, unless we make fairy swarms a unit.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
And then, like, the guy I was talking to was like, oh, we could have brownies, which is, like, a type of helpful fairy that will, like, steal your shoes and fix them overnight.
Oh.
Yeah, Trisha's excited, as you can tell. So it's not quite as useful as a Cyclops, but he's like, oh, maybe it could be a stealth healer for buildings. And it's like, all right, I guess. I guess.
Yeah.
Salamander is also the fire spirit in alchemy. Oh, okay. So it's somewhere. It's somewhere. So, fair enough. He does not use fire. He just bites stuff. He looks pretty bad in game. We got, you know, like... As a DLC, I've showed you how all the profiles of the units just, like, doesn't work. But, like, the Azure Dragon, for example, looks pretty rough. Not gonna lie. Like, it's fine, sort of. Like, this is fine.
It's the best looking thing they have.
It's the best looking unit they have, and it's like kind of rough, especially when you see it go up hills. It just there's something so goofy about it. Yeah, it's like just it's just like a hover car instead of like it looks so silly.
Over here now. Whoa.
There's something so fucked up about it. I don't know.
No, it is funny.
Yeah. Like narrow this down to units. The salamander.
Oh, Pyroseerus says it seems Kraken comes from Norse mythology, not Greek.
Oh, I'm sorry. I attributed more stuff to the Greeks that they don't. Oh, hey, we could have Santa.
That sounds about right.
Stick Santa in the game. Am I blind? Where's Salamander? Yes.
Yeah. Is it something else before Salamander?
Oh, you're right. It was War Salamander.
Ah.
So, like, the big feature of the War Salamander is that it can swim. But, like, I mean, even without zooming in, it looks, like, not great. But then once you zoom in, it's like, we're not doing great. This is, they just mushed the head of a alligator, I think. Or is it called crocodile? Excuse my crocodilian ignorance. You know, that's an animal classification. The guy who discovered the first crocodile was like, holy shit, this is awesome. This is a whole new category. We're going to have, like, crazy amounts of crocodilians. And then he would be catastrophically disappointed by there only being... Am I blind again? Oh, is it not units? Is it, like, nature? Yeah, it's nature. Crocodile. Pretty sure this is just... Oh, its tail is moving, so maybe I'm incorrect. Unless the crocodile offsets tail moves. So maybe they did make an animation for this guy. But anyway, this is what he looks like when he swims.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, I would have thought maybe Chinese mythology has like more stuff that isn't like alligators are only in the Americas and China. Weird.
Those two specific places.
China has alligators and not. Huh. Yeah, I knew alligators were just like a U.S. thing, but got Nile crocodile.
It's doing its best, yeah.
But yeah, can we come up with this is how the game works generally. Zeus has Athena and Hermes, and then Hades also has Athena, but he has Ares instead of Hermes, and the Poseidon has Hermes and Ares. So you get this kind of mix. There's three options, and then depending on the god, you'll have two of the three choices for each age. And so essentially you have three ages, and so you need 9 myth units total. Now, they also have Pegasuses, which are scouts, and Set has something else, right? They have a few extras, right? Like, Son of Osiris is like a god power that makes a myth unit. For like Odin, he has the ravens, the Hugin and Munin, to scout for you. And you have dwarves as like a builder unit. So, can we come up with like a comfortable 10 myth units for Celtic mythology? Because I struggled to get there. This guy I was talking to was like, yeah, we have the pogo stick man. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but I think we're fucked. I think we don't have a full roster. And he's like, no, I came up with 50. And I was like, what are they? And he's like, you'd be surprised. It's like, yeah, I don't think so, man. I think you're fucked. I think we don't got shit for Celtic. I think we have like fairies, right? But like Norse mythology has shit tons of trolls. They have so many types of trolls, and that is one unit in their roster, and they have plenty of stuff. There's so much troll stuff in Norse, Norse Germanic mythology, and they just have one unit that's a troll. Celtic, can you afford to have one fairy? I don't think so. I think you're fucked. I got nothing. Dingoes, they one-shot babies. Wow. Too soon. Yeah, bunyips, dream serpents. Yeah, Australian mythology's fucked too. There's no chance. Can you put Zeus roster for a second? Yes, sir. A bunch of Fae would count for Celtic. Yeah, you gotta have a lot, right? You have to go for a bunch of fairies. Like, you need a lot to fill out a Celtic roster, and that's not true for, like, Norse. They're just... Yeah. So for Zeus, your choices are Athena, Hermes for Classical Age, then Heroic Age, you choose between Apollo and Dionysus, and then for Mythic, it's also weird that Athena and Ares are considered more minor than Dionysus, because I gotta say, I don't think Dionysus is that important as a god. I think Apollo is probably more suited for, like, Mythic. They have so many important gods in, like, Greek mythology, so... Yeah, so you choose, in Mythic Age, you choose between Zeus's brother, Hephaestus, or his wife, Hera. And that makes sense, right? Yeah. Hades doesn't have anything with his wife, Persephone, and she's like a deity. There's no Demeter for anybody, but I guess they have so many choices. Oh, I thought Hephaestus and Aphrodite stayed away, and I thought it was funny for me for a moment. Yeah. I think Aphrodite is not on Zeus because she rejected him for marriage. She rejected all of them, though, including Poseidon. So, but Hades wouldn't try to fuck her, so it makes sense that she would show up in her pantheon thing. Kalik, Banshees. Okay, so Mythic Age for Celtic, we have maybe a Banshee. No, Banshee feels like a Classical Age. We should have a strong enough roster that Banshee can be in Classical Age, and then Mythic Age, like, Dullahan, right? That's fucking badass. That could be a super cool unit. Maybe, like, the more kills it gets, the faster it moves or something. I don't know. Something like that. Like some Hydra, but, like, for speed. So you, like, kind of try and zip around and, like, pick off stuff, and then you go faster and faster. I don't know. That could be super busted.
Yeah, you got something there.
Yeah, that'd be neat. And Poseidon offered horses. I guess you like the horses. Yeah. Yeah, no, Poseidon has all sorts of horse stuff.
Changelings are Celtic.
He also likes the hippocampus. Or he also has the hippocampus, right? So that's another example of, like, extra myth units, like, going beyond the 9 to, like, 10. Changelings... So, like, what, a unit that looks like a villager that, like, pretends to be a villager and then you stab the other villagers? That's interesting. It's really annoying. But that's interesting.
Yeah, you got an idea.
Oh, you know what would be so fucking sinister? Changelings being fake villagers, putting fake resources into your bank, and then when you try to spend the resources, they disappear. And it goes like, nope, you don't actually have those resources.
Fucking brutal.
So it fucks with your calculation on, like, what you're doing. And it's like, I didn't remember putting 10 on wood. Wait, no! It's a changeling!
Be like such a paranoid game.
Fomorians? I only know Fomorians from, like, shitty Korean MMOs, so I don't know what they are.
Brownies, leprechauns, city lords, black dogs, banshees, red cats.
You know how Sid he is said, like how that's pronounced?
How?
And when I tell you this, you have to promise not to be ableist with the poor Celts. But it's like, I'm pretty sure it's like C.
Oh. C.
Because like there's a guy in, like, Final Fantasy called, like, that's a Celt, another Celtic mythology thing. It's like cat Sidhi or whatever, but like it's pronounced Catsy. At least according to like
Cat City?
Catsy.
Okay.
Just Catsy.
Catsy.
At least that's how I heard a Scottish guy say it. I don't know if he's you know.
He's just saying it weird.
Oh yeah. According to the Wolfmen and Mermaids, so they have like the Miracle of Sound guy made a Catsith. Yeah, maybe Scottish people are just disabled. I don't know. Yeah. I think I am talking about Catsith from
Okay,
Final Fantasy.
retracted.
It's a reference to the Kachi. Oh, yeah. I had to add more peanut butter to my mouth to say it.
Kachi.
Kachi. Yeah, it's fucked up. That's completely pronounced wrong. Send the British back. Take it over again.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, brownies, leprechauns. So leprechauns could be something in classical age. Brownies could be something in classical age, I guess. But right there, we're double dipping on fairies. So we're already not as strong as like Norse, right? That just use one troll. Black dogs, banshees, red caps. I hate red caps in
Who gets unicorns?
Baldur's Gates. Unicorns, I think. I don't know.
That's a tricky one, right?
I don't remember where unicorns come from.
Oh, good night, Gabe.
Yeah,
We'll
nice,
see
Gabe.
you next time.
So they have a guy Ku Clanan or something transforms into a like werewolf basically, like a half dog, half man or something.
Okay.
So that could be a hero, but you could also have werewolves, right? Because that's basic. But also, TBH, first werewolf story, also Greek. But we can steal. We can steal. If the Egyptians can steal, the Celtic can certainly steal. Celtic Wolfman just brings you fish in mythology? They should learn about cats. Scotland, yeah, this is Scottish national animal, which I think makes stealing it, if it isn't theirs, more viable. But yeah, Banshee with like a scream attack that stuns, that works, right? We could have stun attacks. The Nemean Lion now roars and stuns in the remake. So what do we have here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8 that Zero Delgado. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Wolfman. So that is 9. So we do have like.
Yeah, we could definitely
10,
put
yeah.
it together. Now all we gotta do is find some artists and let's mod it in, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Celtic mythology is like viable, but it's like barely viable. I feel like underneath Celtic, everything else is trash. Like everything else is super trash. Besides. Okay, Slavic. Yeah, Slavic and Celtic are like the only actual. Oh, I forgot about the Kelpies. Yeah, you're right. David Myers is. So Kelpie would probably be like Mythic Age, maybe, because the stories about Kelpies are very dramatic, but about how strong they are. But that might just be because they're dramatic about every single mythological thing. I don't know. So I don't know like where that fits in their power scale. If like the seaweed horse is actually their most powerful myth unit. If it is, not gonna lie. Pretty pathetic, but Kelpies are kind of cool. But I would put Kelpie at like Minotaur level of like interestingness. Like it feels interesting. I would have put Hydra higher than it is. But I guess it's like just another thing that Hercules killed, so is it that impressive? Cerberus shows up as a Titan in this. But that I would have put as a myth unit, like a mythical age myth unit, along with like the Colossus and like what else is in mythical age? Oh, the Chimera. I guess I would have put that there. I don't know. Middle Eastern got some goodies: Behemoth, Leviathan, Nephilim, Cherubim, like cherubs, Ifriti, Digins. I think Ifriti is. Oh, the Welsh Red Dragon. Yeah, so we don't have like any. We have dragons, but we don't have like the standard like Western dragon. So that's still something we could have in. Yeah, but saying Middle Eastern, like, I think Ifrits and, like, Jinns are from... I don't know. I think that's dipping from all around to make that happen. First written mention of the term unicorn is Greek, it seems. Yeah. Yeah. I figured it's probably Greek. They have, for sure, the strongest, like, myth unit roster. They could, like, Norse... They're adding another Norse god with, like, more stuff in the remake. That's, like, your pre-order bonus or whatever. It does not shock me that they can add another Norse god. I think you could add, like, 3 more Greek gods and have, like, you know, more choices for each age and be fine with Greek. Same with, like, Norse. You could probably just throw on... And they also kind of did fire giants dirty, because, like, you know, Surtur has a big sword, so we assume that they wear armor and stuff, right? I think there are stories about, like, armor and... They have, like, armor and weapons stuff, like, of Muspelheim, because it's a planet of lava. Like, I think they saw Mars and assumed it was made out of lava. Because, like, the different worlds that the different stuff comes from are different planets, or they're different spheres. So, like, Jotunheim is, like, blue. So I'm assuming that they saw, like, Neptune or Uranus or something, and then we're like, oh, that's Jotunheim. And then Muspelheim, there's, like, Venus and, like, Mars and stuff. There's, like, red stuff in the sky. Yeah, fire giants are basically the best blacksmiths from what I get. It makes sense. I mean, if you're always around lava... Actually, it would never cool, so how could you even figure it out? The green men?
Well, just a time check, it is 12:24.
Oh, I guess we should end stream. I only played one game, so I feel kind of guilty, but...
Well, we got to chat, and that's the best part.
Yeah. Green man. I would say it's the green man, right? That's an interesting conspiracy that it's, like, several green men. But if you don't know, on several churches around, like, Ireland, Scotland, like the British Isles, they have this face made out of leaves, like, carved, because it was this old god that the natives didn't worship anymore, but the people before them did, and so they continued to worship it. And there's actually just so that you wouldn't hurt them, and like they thought of it as like a sleeping god, and they didn't want him to wake up and be angry. There's also precedent for that in Rome. They have the Gates of Janus, which are dedicated to the god Janus. Same with January. But who is Janus? No one knows. The people before them, before Rome was like the monoculture, there was also the Etruscans. The Etruscans worshipped him, but that's also before them, right? Like, it was from the people that they conquered, and the people they conquered claim to not know who Janus was, just that the people that they conquered worshipped him. So it's like this long game of telephone of like, who the fuck is Janus? And it's spelled Janus, Janus. I just have a shitty accent, that's why I say it wrong. But like, yeah, so it's like this scary ghost story of a god. I don't intend to disrespect Chinese mythology, but who the fuck is Fuxi? Yeah, Fuxi. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta say, China got real shafted on these portraits, by the way. Like, oh yeah, here. Let's grab Foxy real quick. Oh, is lightning round not a million resources? Wait, do you cut this down really fast? Oh, kind of. Got nice China music going on. Can you please go faster? What does this do? Do I get goats with this? I do, okay. Shufa. Shimafinfu. Shimafinfu. This is too slow. What? Oh, you know, I don't need to wait for this. Junk food night. Alright, look at these portraits. This is rough. They got real shafted. I don't know, I mean,
it is a different type of art style, for sure.
Yeah. Huang Di is not looking good. Yeah. Rough stuff. Shimashi. Hada. Shimafinfu. It's like the most unrecognizable. ATM of Erebus. And look at this. Rough.
Yeah. It's weird. If this didn't come out before AI art, I would say that it was AI art.
Yeah. It's rough shit. Zhang Kui, not looking good. Also, they took the Atlantean Titan for the icon. What happened? And then this is like some real Second Life looking like skull over here. Like what is that? This is like from like a driving safety film. What the fuck is that?
Oh man.
And then like, what, did someone make this in Blender on their first day? Like what happened?
It looks like it.
This is some rough shit. This is $10. Nostalgia is a scam. Or according to the History Channel, aliens. Not just in the 90s. You said in the 90s? I think just in general. Yeah. I don't know when this was made, but it looks like someone used AI for portraits. Yeah. That's exactly what Trisha said.
Basically.
Ooh. Yeah. Man, Dabo Gong looks like a real ugly motherfucker. Is he like a alchemist? I don't even know any of the mythology behind these guys.
No clue.
We've got... And, what was it? ATM of... Oops. Jiangxi looking real rough, too. Not looking great. Alright, what do we got? Build a market? Oh, how dare you. Trojan horse for sale. Alright, let's see the last set of horrors from this faction. What does this do? What did it do? Duplicate 4 human units and 1 myth unit. Okay, so you can't multiply villagers, I guess. Balanced. Now these are the most important gods. These are the Mythic Age gods to choose from. It's looking rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It's, a bit rough.
Yeah. Oh God. Anyway, yeah. So they're gonna remake China in Retold and take more time with it, which is cool and all, but you know.
Yeah, It reminds me of the moon from Majora's Mask.
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
sick burns and shit.
Man, that would make for a really funny like joke in like one of those like rap battle things. It's like a rap battle against like what you have like Link and like Mulan or something.
Mm.
It's like fairer than the moon. You look like the moon from Majora's Mask. Ah! Yeah. So it just makes these tornadoes that just do passive damage. It's also just taking the, tornado model from,
Right, yeah.
rough stuff. Chong Li with the Photoshop effect background.
Oh, yeah, the fire.
Yeah, China got fucked up. So they should go for Japan. It's just that Japan has less spending power than China. That's why they went for China. Like, everyone knows they went for China because,
Yeah, right.
I haven't played through the campaign in this game, but I've heard the voice acting is painful to listen to. I don't know if you guys want me to go through it, but... Got that sweet, sweet AoE damage, which they interpret as swords. When you attack buildings, especially with like a bunch of these guys, the damage just becomes infinite, like real quick. Yeah, I think it's something about attacking buildings, because you saw all these guys like drop super fast. I don't think that's like how it normally should be. Yeah, because they're not. I don't know, maybe I'm just not watching enough, but that's kind of a lot of kills to get for one myth unit. It's just a bit odd, like that unit is allowed to just do that. Teach you to attack my base, I'll attack my own base. Anyway, I resign. I deserve to lose. Oh, I forgot the Chinese Titan, but I can just show you that in the. I've showed you guys the Chinese Titan in the editor. I don't know what myth this guy comes from, but they should throw it out. They should scrub this myth from their their history books. This is real. Oh, and petition to put giant mirrors in sequential 1,000-year light year increments away, so future humans can't look back and see eras in real time. I disagree. I think we need to remember how bad this was, and remember not to go back here. I think actually it's going to have a lot of staying power because of how accessible the media is from now. I know like media overload is a thing, but. And so I showed this before. This is you got Cerberus with Greek, right?
Sure.
quite cool. Comes out of Tartarus. He jumps up.
Yeah, very cool.
And then you have like oh, easy. I'll just switch this to Fuxi. I'll go down the list. Okay. So then for Isis, its Egyptian is even cooler. Instead of coming up from the ground, it comes down from the sky. Very creative, very cool. It's nice to have a nice difference between the Titans. Then this is a... Oh, they did double dip in trolls. My mistake. That's a frost troll.
Breaking out of the ice.
Yeah. And so it's like kind of coming out of the ground, but it's like a different effect. It's like breaking out of, you know, the ground rather than like a gate just opening or whatever.
Sure.
It's like buried and whatever. Still a gate opening, but again, these are Atlanteans, so they're supposed to be very similar to the Greeks, so it makes sense.
Or like dropping off, you know?
Yeah, we're starting to drop off with like Atlanteans, and then go to China, and it's just a catastrophe. It's the same gate opening effect, I'm pretty sure, as like Greek, right?
No reason for it to be on fire.
Yeah. Was his on fire?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's on fire at the beginning at least.
Oh man. And this guy just...
Hi.
Oh, they're gonna fight? Yeah, give him those uppercuts. He just wants death. The sound of suffering. Someone end this poor creature's existence. Oh look, dragon tattoos. Totally.
Super purple.
He's definitely Chinese. Yeah, the naked triad member. That's the myth unit for. Or that's the Titan for China.
Could have done better.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know what they would use for a Titan for. My camera fucked up. It definitely is. Yeah. I don't know what they would use for Titan for Celtic mythology, but I think Celtic is the way to go.
Yeah. That would be neat.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, buy Adam's books on atomizer.com.
Speaking of Celtic, I don't know.
Oh, man.
Fun fact, the reason I named the guy Liam was because I was playing with a few different names, but I was like, it's kind of I thought it was kind of cool that like Celts come from like Gaul, like which is like Germany, and so I was thinking like, what if they just like didn't go to like the British Isles and it was just like kind of, you know, just it turned into a mixture of like Celt and Germanic. Is that King Yenma from DBZ? Oh, the Titan, yeah, maybe. the guy where they use the fan to put out the fire in his house. I'll show Trisha. She doesn't know. Can we just see what he looks like?
Man, brave Serge going down the tubes, huh?
But yeah, it's his wife's dad, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Isn't that? Am I crazy? Is this not like Chi-Chi's dad? Maybe I'm crazy. No, look, they're there. Are these different? These are different people.
They look a little different, yeah.
Do they just both wear hats with horns?
I think maybe.
King of all ogres who judge the dead? Is this supposed to be allies? What happened there?
Yeah, it should be Eliza.
Relatives? Princess Snake. Okay, so not her dad.
But very similar looking.
Right. I'm on the wiki. We got Goku, and then relatives. Oh, his mother has a name, Gain. Okay. What we got? Mother, and the Ox King is his father-in-law. Okay.
All right.
Different guy with horns. My mistake.
But horns and a beard.
Yeah, it was in chat. No, Ox King is Chi-Chi's dad. Gotcha.
King Yenma is the afterlife manager.
Yeah, that's right. I still say Fomorians for Titan unit. I'm not familiar. Let me look them up real quick before we end. Fomorians. So just like ugly motherfuckers. So basically the Koreans got it all right. Fair enough. Yeah. Ugly motherfuckers with the club.
Alrighty then.
Basically Cyclops we have at home. Fair enough. I mean, it certainly functions as something you want to kill, right? I think Fomorians are the one monster race that people don't, like, fetishize and want to become. So that's nice. At least you have one thing you can kill without someone being like,
No.
But orcs and minotaurs and
What about this?
cyclopses are people too.
Yeah, right.
Whee! Anyway. Or Honeydew is here. Wanted to say Deadpool 3 was a massive letdown.
Oh wow, we got another person saying that it wasn't that good.
Had a bunch of people that were like, it was awesome. Today,
yeah. We're getting mixed reviews now.
What about the Nosferatu? Just do Romanian mythology, just do vampires, just every single myth unit is a different vampire. Not gonna lie, that could be kind of interesting. Like just do like Vampires the Masquerade or something. Just a bunch of clans or whatever. You could certainly do that, but then again, you could just do like a whole like you could, I don't know, maybe you're better off with the vampire counts in Warhammer. Cool faction idea, honestly. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and
thanks for tuning in to another fantastic Game Fan stream.
Yeah. No, I mean, does anyone know how to fucking Nosferatu? Ah, yes. Good point. But yes, no. Someone remade like the Nosferatu story, but he has Nosferatu like from the movie, like actually fuck the guy's wife instead of.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. It's so strange.
Yeah. Actually, you told me about that. It was like someone.
Wait, I didn't realize that wasn't what the original story was supposed to be.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the original black and white movie didn't have like a X-rated sex scene. No, it was just like yeah. So anyway, nice to have you guys here.
Catch up with everybody, talk about Age of Mythology stuff, think about other games we could potentially play on stream, and we'll look into some.
There are like 2 games I was looking at that I kind of want to stream.
Oh yeah? Well, maybe we should put up a poll on Discord or something.
Yeah, I don't own either of them, but I was thinking I was going to grab them. Because one was recommended by DEI Detected.
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay, so if he's played through it and it's just like cool. It's like, all right, I can like trust this game because it looks like something I would like, but I just like don't get that excited about like games unless I have a recommendation. It's actually good, but it's like a side scroller that's like drawn and stuff, and I'm really bad at side scrollers, so like I'm not really bad, but it's certainly not something I'm good at. You know, like I think I'm like generally like okay at RTSs. Like I can't use hotkeys and stuff, but I like I can beat people that don't use hotkeys. And like fighting games I'm good at just like naturally. Like I don't like I can't memorize combos, but like I just
Sure.
Fucking around I can like
you get
do
into
it.
people's heads.
Yes. And then like RPGs obviously I have like an affinity for because I like fantasy a lot, but yeah, I would say like one of the weaker genres is like racing games and like the side scroller stuff like Mario, like classic Mario perspective.
The Double Dash is a ton of fun to play with you.
Yes, that is my favorite racing game by far. Anyway, good to have new people here, Mr. Zero Delgado. Welcome, and hope to see you again sometime soon. Hope to see all of you again sometime soon. And if you're not in the Discord, hop in the Discord and chillax in there. I'll put up a poll as Trisha has recommended.
Yeah.
And,
utilize our Discord community.
Yeah. See you guys.
Good night, everybody.